It's Soccer All-Star versus former stuntman, with Lauren Blackwell taking on her co-worker and office mate Bill Harvanek in Netflix shows and Chris Farley trivia. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. This is your best friend, Ryan Buds. I am running on 0 hours of sleep. I just got back from Chicago. I'm in LA. I'm recording this standing up in front of a dryer in my garage here. This is my mobile studio right now, and I got my Zoom H6 on top of a dryer, and I am getting ready to explain the intro to this show. If you've never listened to my podcast before, go back and check out some episodes. Man, this is episode 40, I think. So we got 39 other great episodes you can go check out. If you like trivia, if you like personalities, if you like friends battling in trivia know-how, you are listening to the right show. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. I do stand-up. I host trivia all around Los Angeles. I work on Ridiculousness on MTV, as do today's two guests, Lauren Blackwell and Bill Harvanek. You guys are going to love listening to them go back and forth in some Chris Farley and Netflix original programming TV show trivia. But before we get to those guys, I want to talk to you guys about how great my weekend in Chicago was. Man, I had an awesome time. I was at the Improv in Schaumburg, Illinois. They call it the Chicago Improv. And it was my first time headlining ever on Sunday night. I've worked there for about 10 years. I've talked about it on the podcast. I was getting ready for these shows by doing some practice shows at my different trivia locations in LA, and it really paid off. It turned out to be a really great show. There were about 200, maybe 250 people there. Pretty full room at the Improv, and I had a really great Sunday night set, and I recorded it. And I will actually have that available as a download. You can listen to the entire show if you couldn't make it out in Chicago this past weekend. It'll probably be up this week. If it's not up today, it'll probably be up tomorrow or definitely by Friday. And it will be the full hour and I think 6-minute show that I did. And I won't cut any of it, so you can hear the whole thing. There's a lot of fun, different bits. And I did a lot of new things that I don't usually do. I did this thing called Zero Retweets, which was an old sketch I used to do with some friends of mine in the vein of Jimmy Kimmel's Celebrities Reading Mean Tweets, but it's about comedians who thought they had great jokes, and then nobody favored them or liked them or retweeted them or anything like that. So it's like comedians kind of sadly reading their tweets and jokes over like a sad bed of music. So I did that live on stage with my own jokes, and it went pretty good. And I did like a little trivia segment in the middle that I've never done before, where I called people up to the stage and did some kind of like some crowd work with some people. And we ad-libbed some fun stuff, and it was very cool. So that's all in the recording, and this is something you can download, and it's going to be available for $1. That's right. It'll be on Bandcamp, my Ryan Buds Bandcamp stand-up page. And all you have to do is pay $1, and you can have the whole thing. It's a whole hour comedy. You can do whatever you want with it. And you're welcome to donate more than $1 if you think it's worth that. So it'll be available this week, and I'll be sure to link it in the show notes and all over my websites and stuff. If you're looking for more information on me, or where you can see me do stand-up or live trivia or bingo or any of the fun stuff I do out in Los Angeles, check out triviawithbuds.com. It's brand new. It's redesigned. I use Wix, W-I-X, to redesign my website, and I really love it. So check out triviawithbuds.com for all trivia info. I had a great time visiting all kinds of friends and family in Chicago, and I got to record some really fun podcasts. I did one with my mom coming up very soon for Mother's Day week, so we'll put that out Mother's Day week. It was cool. We did some mom trivia back and forth, and I did a great episode with my good friends Pablo Rodriguez and Pat Chase. They picked some great categories, and we went down and recorded right across from the United Center where Pat Chase lives, in a great loft apartment in the city of Chicago. So that'll be coming very soon. And also an episode with my good friends Danny Rhodes and Kristen Toomey, two of the funniest people I know all over the city and suburbs of Chicagoland. So look for those episodes, the big Chicago month, almost a whole month of Chicago episodes coming up here in May. But before we get to May, we're going to dive in to some coworkers of mine, Lauren and Bill. They work on Ridiculousness. We're going to learn all about them, and we're going to answer some Chris Farley trivia questions and some Netflix original programming trivia questions. Last thing before we dive into that, we are going to start doing some mini episodes very soon. It might wait until this podcast hits a year, which is July, or I might do it a little bit sooner if I find the time over the summer. But it would be basically a once a week, just like this show, but it would be on Thursdays or Fridays probably. And it would be about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, and it'll probably be 20 or 25 questions. And it'll be mostly trivia, because sometimes people go, I wish you guys got to the trivia faster, but I do like to kind of get to know my guests before we get to the trivia. I think that's half the fun. So it's kind of a split decision on everybody that I know that listens, and I asked and put out one of those Twitter polls, and it seems like people would want to listen to that, so we're going to do a little spin-off show called, I don't know yet. Right now I'm calling it the mini episodes. So if you have a better name for it, let me know what you think. And if you think that's a fun idea, if you like a podcast where it would just be me asking trivia questions in blocks of probably 5 different things. So like it'll be kind of like doing, a smaller version of a full trivia round at one of my live nights. It'll probably be 5 questions on one topic and then a little banter in between and then the next topic and so on and so forth. And at the end of the episode, we'll reveal all the answers to the questions. So it'll be a great kind of companion podcast to this show, and you'll be able to play along like on a road trip with your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife or dog walker and all that good stuff. So that'll be coming out very soon. Without any further ado, here is episode 40 with Bill Harvanek and Lauren Blackwell. Here we go. Sitting here in beautiful Glendale, California at my workplace, Super Jacket production offices, where they make shows like Dude Perfect and Ridiculousness on MTV. I've been with Super Jacket for about 3 years, and I am here with 2 good friends of mine, Miss Lauren Blackwell. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
And Mr. Bill Harvanek. Harvanek. Yeah. I have a friend named Joe Vanek, if he's listening. So it's like that with Har in front of it, right? Harvanek. Bill Harvanek. I've maybe never said your name the same way or the right way ever.
I also never correct anybody
when you're on my show.
Yeah.
You never correct. You're just used to
like
it.
If you're remotely close, I'm like, yeah, sure.
It's not like a hard name to pronounce, but when I look at it, I'm immediately like,
People just add vowels and consonants for no reason. Yeah.
I called you Bill Johnson the other day. Not even close.
It's easier though.
Yeah. You guys both work on Ridiculousness as segment producers. Lauren, you're kind of like an OG at Super Jacket. Tell us a little bit how long you've been working for the company.
Since birth, basically. I started way back. I started doing Robin Big back when we made that show, and then moved on to Fantasy Factory, and now doing Ridiculousness and watching people get hit in the nuts and stuff, which is always a good time.
Of course. And then we're on season 10 of Ridiculousness right now, and you were on, I think, the very first episode.
I did the pilot, and I did season 1, and then I left for a bit, and I came back season 6, and have been around ever since.
And I've never seen you not wear a hat. You're a hat.
I am. I'm big.
Gal.
I'm a big beanie girl.
How many beanies do you have in a collection at home?
I couldn't even tell you.
Do you keep them on weird mannequin heads?
No, that's a great idea. I just throw them in a box and pick one.
Sure. You're Lauren's one of my favorite people because like anything that I come across, I want to tell you about because I know you have some sort of experience with it.
Oh, for sure.
So I'll be like, oh, this is weird. This company does this weird service, and this company sends potatoes to people. You could write a message on a potato, and Lauren's like, I send those once a week.
I sent it to Dustin for his birthday,
that's
actually.
My weekly correspondence with lots of my family. That's very good.
Well, it's useful too. I mean, a card. What are you gonna do with a card? Potato, you can mash and
Sure.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, you get that Sharpie on the outside of the potato. That helps add
That never hurt anybody.
You are originally from, let me guess, is it New Mexico?
I am.
That's right. I was going to say Arizona, but I knew it was New Mexico in the back of my head. And you've worked on, what was the first Super Jacket show? Was it Ridiculousness?
It was Robin Big.
Robin Big.
Well, no, actually, Super Jack wasn't around then. That was back when it was still with Dick House, which did Jackass and everything.
That's right.
I think Super Jacket did start with Ridiculousness. And
what was like one of the biggest differences you would say between working on the pilot for Ridiculousness and then now season 10, episode 200 and something?
We didn't know what the fuck we were doing on the pilot. It was very much kind of going, let's just throw things against a wall and see what sticks. And
this was what, 07, 08? No, 09?
Yeah, somewhere around there. It was just, we were really trying to figure it out then, didn't really know what the show was going to be. And now it's become a well-oiled machine where it's just kind of runs very smoothly.
I don't know anybody that doesn't know this show. Like even when I just called, I called a police station in a small town in Spanishburg, West Virginia, to try and find somebody. I was calling all these people, and this guy goes, "Why don't you call the police station? They know everybody." And I'm like, "Well, that's a good. This guy should have my job." And so I called, and as soon as I called the police station, "Oh, we love ridiculous. We'll help anything you need." And like now I have like a police station helping me find a clip right now.
Which can be very handy having friends in a police force.
Oh, for sure.
Don't I know it?
Are you from a big family of cops, Bill?
No, my sister is a cop though.
Oh, very good.
Charlotte, yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm from a big cop family. There's a lot of Budses that are police chiefs and like sergeants and things.
Oh, wow.
My dad's twin brother was a police chief for a long time, and then when he was retired, he ran the like security at our high school. So I feel like once you're a cop, you can kind of do like a million different jobs, even when you're retired. Did you see Chips? Did you guys see the new Chips movie directed by Dax Shepard?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Not a lot of time to see Chips. You guys are both on a softball team, the company softball team right now.
We are.
What's the name of the team?
The Scorpions.
The Scorpions, which is mimicking the position that makes up the logo for the show, where someone's kind of falling so hard on their face that the bottom part of their body flips over like a scorpion tail. That's where that comes from.
Which is appropriate for our softball team.
That's
Very
perfect.
true.
Yeah, a lot of injuries. A lot of
injuries, a lot of pain.
Sure. What's the record right now for this team this season?
I don't like to focus on records so much, Buds. I think we're 2 and
How many games have you played?
5.
There you go. 7 games.
Yeah.
7 games. Sounds great. And Lauren, you're a big athlete. You were a soccer player?
I was.
Like a badass world traveling soccer player.
I was, yeah. I played soccer through college, and now will never want to touch a soccer ball again after doing
a lot of running.
many years of doing it. So
Sure,
I'm retired.
sure.
The cleats are hung up. But softball, it can include beer, so I'm okay with that.
There you go. What makes a good softball team name, you think? Like or a jersey? Like there's a lot of customization that goes into
Jerseys, huh?
I know you have a long story about not getting the right jerseys recently. I don't know if you want to tell that in a short way.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get. We got screwed over on the jerseys, and the whole writers room blasted the guy, which was fun.
Oh my god!
But I don't know. I find that we didn't do this, but I find sexual innuendo is a pretty good softball team name. Like we play the Master Batters.
Oh yeah,
on Monday,
a little play on Master Baiters.
Yeah, if you will.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you are on a bunch of different teams right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of an addiction. Yeah.
I saw you post a picture of like some very fancy socks recently.
Oh, yes, the Tacosaurus.
Yeah.
We actually did that because a guy on our team and his girlfriend posted matching socks pictures.
Very good.
So we all bought those same socks to troll him.
Bill, you're originally from Pittsburgh?
Correct.
Big Pittsburgh sports fan?
Oh, yeah.
You like those Pirates? Is that a team?
Yeah, they're actually
that's right.
watching them right now against the Cubs.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Very good. Oh, they're beating you mean my Cubs?
Yes,
I'm from
your
Chicago,
Cubs.
so they're obviously my Cubs. Yeah. My Cubbies? I don't know. Somebody asked me, I was pitching a guy on a new trivia location, and he was from the north side of Chicago, and he's like, Cubs or Sox? And I'm like, this is always like, this could mean make or break a deal. So I was like, I like both teams, but I'm like, I'm from closer to Sox Park, but, the Cubs, everyone loves them this last year. And he's like, yeah, go Cubs. And I was like, okay, kind of answered that in the right way. Lauren, I wrote down in bullets, everybody. Just capitalized. Everybody.
Yes, I do.
Anybody that I mentioned, like you have a Snoop Dogg statue of him smoking a giant blunt on your desk. And I think you've met Snoop Dogg, haven't you? You met Snoop Dogg?
I actually don't think I've met Snoop. I think he's one. I think that's one of the few
That's shocking.
I don't have a story with.
I'm going to name like 3 people that I think you'd have definitely met. Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah, me and Roddy we were tight back in the day. Actually,
Tia Tequila. Have you ever met her?
I did once actually at a club. She was a bitch.
Very good.
Shocker.
You can throw rocks at her. That's what ICP taught me.
I learned everything about what you can do through ICP.
I learned about magnets and how they work from that. Classic. Lauren, who are like some of the coolest people you've met that I maybe haven't mentioned?
Oh, that you haven't mentioned.
You've worked on a lot of cool shows, like Roddy Piper was on Fantasy Factory.
Yeah, he was
cool.
on Fantasy Factory. Fabio was the shit. Fabio
Sure.
offered to take me out on motorcycles.
Really?
He didn't do it, which Fabio, if you happen to listen to this podcast, I still want my motorcycle
He'll be on
ride.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah, he was really cool, surprisingly.
Have you ever been on a roller coaster with him? Because you got to watch out for that. No.
It's one thing I know not to do.
Yeah.
And Lauren, this is kind of a cool story. Your parents just got married.
They did.
Tell us like a quick version of that.
So my parents originally got married in 81, but then about a year ago found out that the pastor that oversaw the wedding got drunk at their wedding and forgot to ever turn in the marriage license.
Oh my God! So they weren't actually legally
married, and they lived in New Mexico where common law doesn't apply. Okay. So they had to hurry and get married, or else my dad was getting dropped from my mom's work health insurance.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So it took how many years did they think they were married before they were actually married?
36.
Oh my God! Wow. 36 years of false matrimony, and then you just had a big party. You posted some awesome pictures.
Yeah, I went back to New Mexico and went to their wedding, and it was a good time. And I'm no longer an illegitimate child, which is great.
George R. Martin was a guest there, I'm guessing.
Of course, everybody in New Mexico.
Yeah, all the celebs. And Bill, what are some other shows and things you've worked on before Ridiculousness?
Well, I originally moved here in 2003, and I moved here to do stunts. And
really?
Yeah, so I worked on.
I had no idea. You a big stunt guy?
I was
in the Pennsylvania area.
No, I did that out here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Give me some quick examples. What do you do? You slip it on a banana peel?
Yeah, a lot of fight scenes. I did get to do like an air ramp on the show Jericho, where it looked like I got blown up by a grenade.
That was a big fan favorite show. They brought that show back with petitions.
I loved working on that show. I worked on that show a lot, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that one. I did CSUN, New York. I did American Dreams. You remember that back in the day? Long time ago.
Was it Dreams with a Z?
No, it was the period, like the 1950s.
Okay.
Brittany Snow.
Oh, yeah, okay. And what got you started in stunts? Like, what made you want to do that?
I was a theater minor in college, and I got to do like a stage combat class.
Yeah, those always sound fun.
Yeah, it was such a blast, and I got to learn how to sword fight.
Yeah,
we did Romeo and Juliet when I was in college, and I played Tybalt. So I was
very good.
Learned how to do the rapier sword, and I was like, this is something I feel like I could do for the rest of my life.
There you go. So. And when's the last time you did some kind of stunt work? Do you still keep up with any of it, or like little side films or indie films or anything like that?
Or a certain popular TV show that you recently told me about?
Oh, can you not talk about it?
I don't know.
You were on the OC, homie.
Oh, yeah.
The OC?
I didn't do stunts on the OC, though.
What'd you do on the OC?
I was
Did you punch a rich kid?
It was when I first... Oh, God,
I
wish.
Were you a rich kid?
No, I was a rich kid I was a background...
From Pittsburgh.
Performer. Yeah. And my backstory that I created for myself. I was a rich kid.
You're totally named Thad or something like that.
Yeah, totally.
Do you remember the episode? I'm a big fan. Was it season 4? Because I didn't watch season 4.
It was season 1. Episode 9 or something like that.
Episode 9.
It was pretty early.
And what kind of set were you on? Was it what the?
It was at the Cohen's house.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You were in their house for a party scene? Maybe?
Yep.
Oh
my God. Lauren looked it up the other day.
Oh, really?
We were very busy looking for clips.
This is amazing. I got to find that. I'm going to watch that. That's great. We know a little bit about you guys. Now we're going to talk about some topics you gave me. So I always ask my guests, give me 5 things you're into so we can learn about what you like. And then I'll pick one of those things and ask you 10 questions about it. So Bill, we'll start with your categories. You ready? Mm-hmm. You gave me 90s, hip hop, and R&B.
Yes.
Which I asked one of our supervisors, Jessica Ward, who's going to be on the show. That was also her category.
Oh, nice.
She told me that the other day, and I thought that's a great one. I've done 2000s hip hop with my friend Harry Morrows, a comedian, and it was really fun. It was Hanna-Barbera characters versus 2000s hip hop. So it was a really good combo. What are some of your favorite songs, your slow jams from the 90s? Maybe some Casey and JoJo, All My Life?
I like Casey and JoJo. Mm-hmm. The one that always gets me going, though, is Candy Rain. Soul for Real.
Mm-hmm. And when you say gets you going, you mean aroused?
Oh, yeah, no, I will start dancing. It doesn't matter where I am or who's around. I will start
Baby making
around.
music. Very good. Your second topic was the movie Tombstone.
Yes, best movie ever.
I've never seen Tombstone all the way through. I've seen it on TV in parts, but I've never sat down and watched it.
God, I think I fell asleep watching that movie every single night in college.
Really?
Because it was boring, just because I watched it every single night.
There you go.
But
that was before Netflix, huh?
Yeah, VHS.
Yeah, there you go.
My dorm room.
My brother has a tombstone of the main cast, like walking down the main.
Yeah, to the OK Corral.
Yeah. The main thoroughfare. Is that the word you can use?
Super Western word there.
Yeah.
My brother's 100 years old. And no, he has a framed picture of it in his office at his house in Tennessee. It's like one of his favorite movies of all time. Tombstone. Yeah. Maybe that was the category I chose. We'll have to find out. What would be on your tombstone? Have you ever thought about that?
I told you guys I was sick.
I told you guys. You dicks. Just you dicks. Very good. Number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers. I understand that's a football team.
Yes, you are correct. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I saw Steel, thought it said Steel Cage, got excited, then read the rest of the word and said, oh, okay, sports. Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, yes. Lifelong fan, being from there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, from day one, actually. I was brought home from the hospital wrapped up in a terrible towel. As a small baby. And it's the same towel that I bring with me to games now. And,
really?
Yeah.
Did you ever lose it or let it go by accident?
I almost did. It was... the first Super Bowl that I got to see us win.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, excuse me. And I went to the store that day and just had it with me all day. And apparently it fell out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Went home for like 3 hours. And I started to panic when the game was about to start and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Went back to Albertsons 3 hours later, and it's laying in the parking lot.
Oh my God.
No, untouched. And I picked it up and I looked at my friend and was like, we're gonna win.
We're gonna win.
Yeah.
And did they win that day?
Oh yeah.
You're like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You're like
No, we
seven career-ending injuries. Very good. Bill, speaking of injuries, I feel like you fought a lot of people. Maybe at sporting events. How many fights have you ever been at a sporting event?
At a sporting event?
You ever throw anybody down some bleachers?
I did do that at a
Little Sister's recital.
Alabama concert.
Yeah. Oh, really?
My dad's a truck driver. Right before I moved to LA, I went to a truck show with him in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And pronounced correctly. And I went outside to the ATM to get more money to buy beers or whatever, and some random guy just started like talking shit to me. And
really, with a big group or just him?
Yeah, there was a big group, but for some reason he just picked me out. Like he wanted to have a problem. And
have you always been what I would call a stout guy that I would never say anything to? Have you always been like muscular?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Oh man, so he was really
college.
like, I'm gonna fight this guy.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I did. I only hit him once. I didn't overdo it. But
and what
he
did
did fall down some
steps. Did his friends do? Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
His friends all made fun of him, which was pretty funny.
The best. Yeah. Your next topic, WWE Attitude Era.
Yes.
That's a great era. We got Stone Cold. We got The Rock, Triple H, Mankind. DX, Generation X. Did you watch this with your family, or was this a solo effort?
I watched it with all my friends.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So I would have been in high school going into college.
Yeah. That was a big
So-
fun time. That was like back when I watched wrestling. I listened to Korn, and I used to bleach my tips of my hair. I mean, I did a lot of really dumb.
When I had hair.
Yeah. Lauren, you ever do any of that stuff?
I'm gonna go with no.
But I bet you've met Jonathan Davis.
I have actually,
Yes.
and he's an asshole.
I heard that too. Were you telling me that yesterday?
Might have been.
Somebody was just telling me that he came into a store.
Yeah, it was. That was me when I worked at Sam Goody at
That's
Scottsdale
right.
Fashion Square.
Oh, very good. And he was asking for what? Do you remember?
He was just being a jerk, and then he went to my friend's restaurant there and wanted the bill to be comped, and they said because he said I'm in Corn, and that's literally the last thing you could ever say to get a free meal.
I'm just going to start saying
know who I
that.
am?
Really fancy steakhouses and just be like, they'd leave, oh, no, I'm in Corn. I don't know if you've heard of Corn. I'm in Corn. Yeah.
With a K?
Backwards R.
Yeah.
All
No, nobody?
Your last topic, Chris Farley.
Yes.
One of the best,
Ooh,
right? Super
yes.
funny dude. Great to watch on SNL. Great to see in movies. Was he on any TV shows, Chris Farley, that you can think of besides like SNL? Was he ever was he on like Just Shoot Me for like an episode when David Spade, or was it
I don't
way
remember
after?
him being on
I don't
anything.
recall. No.
Chris Farley. He's one of the all-time greats. I'm guessing you love Tommy Boy.
Yep.
You
Probably
have
my
a favorite
comedy of all
Tommy
time.
Boy quote? Do you have like a favorite line from that?
Oh man, there's so many.
So many great ones. My
I don't know
wife
if it's
grew
a
up
quote,
watching
but like
that
the
movie.
whole thing where he's trying to sell the brake pads and he sets things on fire on the desk. Here comes the meat wagon. Wee-hoo.
That's a great scene. Yeah, that's good
Two
stuff.
guys in the corner puking his guts out.
Very good categories. We're going to pick one of those for you in just a second. Lauren, we're hopping onto yours. You ready?
I'm ready.
First topic, iconic rock anthems.
Yes.
Would an example be like Bohemian Rhapsody?
Hell yeah.
That's very good.
Everything Queen is iconic.
Yeah, there you go. What are some of your other favorites? Maybe some that people don't realize are like you would classify an iconic rock anthem.
Well, actually, the Beatles, some of their songs are considered rock anthems.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I like all the traditional good shit like AC/DC and...
So not like an Iggy Azalea. That wouldn't be a rock anthem.
No, not yet. Just give her a little time.
Yeah. I was watching Fast 7. She's in the beginning of it.
Really?
Last night, she's like, Michelle Rodriguez has amnesia, which is a great storyline for that series if you haven't seen it. And she like gets out of a car and Iggy Azalea's like, "Oh, girl, you still got it," or something like that. And I'm like, settle down.
So stupid.
Settle down. Also, Ronda Rousey's in that movie.
Really?
She plays
My
a
future
bodyguard. Yeah.
Who
I
my
can see
friend
you guys
knocked out.
together. Yes, that's right. You're good friends with Holly Holm.
I am.
And she knocked her out and took the throne for a little bit.
Yep.
Pretty good stuff. You've known Holly since high school?
Yeah, we played soccer together in high school.
Very good. And what does Holly think of Jonathan Davis? Have you talked to her about
Oh, I'm sure she would find him to
think
have a
she'd
very
knock him out?
punchable face, too.
Very good. Your second topic, Tom Hanks movies.
Hell yeah.
Forrest Gump. That's one.
That is one. That's correct.
Big. That's another one.
Bud's
Great one.
killing this.
Bachelor Party.
That was
I was watching Bachelor Party recently, and I was like, oh, man, like, I I'm past the age that Tom Hanks was in this movie, and it made me feel really old. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably supposed to be like 25, 26 in that movie, and I'm 31, and I just was like, but he's always older than me. He's Tom Hanks. But like, at that era, he wasn't, or whatever.
Right.
That was a classic movie.
Well, in Big, he was only like 13. So.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We work with a guy, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. His name's Danny Ryan. Do you know Danny Ryan? He worked on Crash Lights, the other show we work at Super Jacket with. And Danny looks his face looks like young Tom Hanks in Big. And I used to sing the Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff song by his desk, and he's so young he didn't understand what was going on. Your next topic after Tom Hanks movies. Do you have a favorite Tom Hanks movie before we move on? Do you think you have a favorite you can pull?
Ooh, I mean, Forrest Gump is always
pretty great.
I literally could almost probably quote it word for word at this point.
It is good stuff. Your next topic, switching it up a little bit, Mortal Kombat characters. Nice. Are you a big Mortal Kombat fan?
You know, I'm a little concerned about this one. Mm-hmm. I am a big Mortal Kombat fan.
Who do you go with? Kano?
No, I'm a big Baraka fan.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's like, I feel like he's like Wolverine in a post-apocalyptic.
Sure, there's got to be some sort of meme that says Baraka Obama, right?
Oh, there's got to be
he's
for
got,
sure.
Like the spiky hands, but he's doing a speech or something.
Let me be clear.
Yeah, let me be clear.
He's cutting budgets left and right.
Yeah. I love it. Very good. Mortal Kombat characters. Did you like the Mortal Kombat live-action movie and sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
I did actually.
Those were fun. The music got everybody going. Those good times. Very little like of a tournament, I think, in the first one. It's a lot of build up and then a little tournament at the end. Goro, he's the big four-armed crazy guy. I was always scared of him as a kid.
Best villain.
Best villain. Here is your last topic. It was second to last topic. Netflix original TV shows. Big Netflix gal.
I'm a big Netflix binger, so I
love that they just added you can download stuff and put it on your phone so you can watch it on a plane. It's because I'm going on a flight to Chicago next week, and I could just load up like a season of Better Call Saul or something I've never seen that I would never usually have time to watch it on a plane. Netflix original TV shows. I just love that changed like the landscape. Like I remember trying to sell Netflix at Best Buy, like
I did too. Yeah, when I worked at Sam Goody, and I was like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. It's never going to catch on."
Yeah, I'm like, no one's ever gonna do this in the mail, and nobody ever wanted to. And then when they came out with the streaming, I'm like, well, these are crap movies. No one's gonna watch this. And then they like totally just started doing that, and then put all their money into that. Yeah. They pay like hundreds of millions of dollars for like episodes of things. You know what I mean? Like the show with James Spader, Blacklist. They paid $2 million an episode for the first season. It's like $46 million for season 1 of that show.
Wow.
Insane. I don't know how they make that back, but I guess they do because we're talking about them now.
True.
Someone answer that damn phone.
It's my phone. Literally, I don't think anybody's ever called me this entire season until right now.
Well,
you know who it is.
It's Shane wanted
to play foosball.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Jonathan Davis. He heard you talking shit.
Like, look, bitch, outside the window.
Backwards R. All right. Your last topic, 90s Disney movies.
Yeah.
Pocahontas.
That is one.
That's all I got. My kid's watching all these right now. She's obsessed with Moana. Have you seen Moana yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Moana's really well done. Great movie. I was thinking about it. I was 10 when Toy Story came out, which makes me feel really old. And also, it's weird because that's like 10 is the age where you can still really be into Disney and you're not like a preteen yet, really. Right. You know what I mean? And I had like a Woody doll. I was in 5th grade and I would bring the doll to school. Like but now I'm like, doesn't that seem way old to be doing that? A little bit. Like if I had a 10-year-old that's like, I'm bringing my Woody doll to school, I'd be like, well,
let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's get you in a special class. But yeah, I had a Woody doll. I had toys. I love toys. I still have toys. You've seen my desk. My desk is just full of shit constantly. 90s Disney movies. Bill, if that was the topic, do you feel like you could nail some of those questions?
I'd have a shot at it, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot.
Oh.
That's what I want you to do today, Bill. Hit me with your best shot. We have given you the 5 topics for Bill and Lauren, and now we're going to reveal that, Bill, your category is Chris Farley. And Lauren, your category is Netflix original TV shows. How do you guys feel about those?
It's pretty good.
Chris Farley and Netflix. We're going to go back and forth with questions about both of those things. We got to come up with a buzz-in word. What's a fun word, maybe 1 or 2 syllables that means something between the two of you? We always go and get wings, so I thought wings, but anything better you can think of than wings?
I think wings will work.
Wings is good. Yeah. So buzz in with the word wings after the question's been read so everyone can play along at home. And we're going to start with Bill's Chris Farley questions. This is the Trivia Showdown.
Trivia Showdown.
Okay. So you get 1 point if you get your topic's question right, 2 points if you can steal the other person's. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Question number 1. Chris Farley, was originally supposed to play what role that went to Jim Carrey in 1996? Buzz in with the word wings when you know it. Chris Farley was originally supposed to play... Bill.
The Mask?
Incorrect. Lauren, do you have a guess? 1996, Jim Carrey. Chris Farley was originally supposed to play what role that went to Jim Carrey?
Liar, liar.
Incorrect. The Cable Guy.
Oh.
It was The Cable Guy. That would have been a totally different movie, huh?
Yeah.
That would have been.
But he would have been good at playing that annoying, like, won't leave kind of character, too. So that could have been good. It would have been a little bit, I think, goofier.
It would have felt like a long SNL sketch.
Yeah, because Jim Carrey was, like, real creepy after a while. You're like, this is funny, but it was a real dark comedy. Question number 1 for the Netflix side. This was Lauren's topic. You can both buzz in with wings. Let's see who gets this first one. What was the first Netflix original series to premiere on February 1st, 2013?
Wings.
Yes.
House of Cards.
It was House of Cards.
Yeah.
Well done. 1 point for Lauren's topic on Netflix. You watch House of Cards?
No.
I've never seen it.
I watched the first season and I lost interest.
I hear it's great, but I'm not a big political drama kind of person. You know, like Scandal. Isn't that a political drama?
Yeah.
I always catch the end because I watch some other show, or I used to. I don't even watch that show anymore. How to Get Away with Murder. I used to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much murder. And
figure.
yeah. But on Scandal at the end, it would always be like the promos for both of those shows. It's like, you won't believe what is coming at your face next week. And then it's just like boobs, blood, knife, and you're like, murder.
So more murder?
Yeah, more murder. Yeah. Here's question number 2 for Chris Farley. What California band released a song called Purple Stain in 1999 with the lyric, Farley is an angel and I can prove this, as a tribute to Chris Farley? What California band released a song called Purple Stain in 1999 with the lyric, Farley is an angel and I can prove this?
Wings.
Yes.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Damn.
1-1. Well done. If I didn't say California band, do you think you would have ever heard that? Nope.
0% chance.
Did you ever know that they sing about California from time to time?
They mentioned it once or twice, yeah.
Oh my God. My favorite thing is it was like, what's the lead singer's name? Anthony
Kiedis.
It was like he got sick at a concert and The Onion wrote an article about it, but it was written how he would write a song. So it was like he skibbity bopped down to the old like hospital and he had a case of shenam and ding dong, like however he sings all his crazy lyrics. Oh, it's great. I'm butchering it, but look that up on The Onion. Here's question at number 2 for Netflix. On June 9th, 2017, what season of Orange is the New Black is premiering this
Wings.
June? Bill.
Sorry.
Yeah, Bill.
3?
Incorrect.
4.
Incorrect. Season 5. Season 5. Orange is the New Black is coming out this summer.
2 huge Orange is the New Black fans.
I mean, I am a big fan, but time's just flying.
Time is flying by. Jonathan Davis guest starring on season 5. Question number 3. Chris Farley. In what SNL movie does Farley play someone named Ronnie the Mechanic? SNL movie, Ronnie the Mechanic. This was an early one.
Oh, Wings.
Yes.
Coneheads.
It is Coneheads.
Oh, nice.
And that's 2 because she stole it because it's not her
Nice.
category. So it's 3-1. Lauren winning by 2 points. Have you ever seen Coneheads?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
Well, I think I saw it when it came out, and I don't think I've seen it since.
Very good. Here's question number 3. This is about Netflix. Stranger Things takes place in the fictional town of Hawkins. In what state? Stranger Things takes place in what fictional
Wings.
town? In what state? Yes.
Illinois?
Incorrect. Lauren, any guesses? What state for Stranger
let's
Things?
go with New Jersey.
Indiana. Indiana, you were
was
close.
close.
It is Midwestern. Hawkins, Indiana for Stranger Things. That's coming back very soon.
Yeah.
Season 2 around the fall, I think.
I think so.
yeah.
It's coming out on Halloween, I think.
Oh, that's right.
that's
It's going to be
right,
great.
yeah.
It's going to be very cool. Here's number 4 for Chris Farley. In what comedy does Farley have a prosthetic nose that was bitten off by a lady of the night?
Wings.
Yes.
Dirty Work.
It is Dirty Work. Bill got it.
Love
That's
that
2-3. There's the Saigon whore that bit my nose off. One of my favorite lines.
Time to pay the piper, Yoko.
No, he says, time to pay the fiddler whore. It's one of my favorite lines in anything.
was.
Time to pay the fiddler whore. He says it's so great. This is, did you know that was directed by Bob Saget, that movie?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his, I think, the only movie, or he also directed a movie called Farce of the Penguins. I listened to Bob Saget's book on tape recently. Here is round number 1 still. This is the Trivia Showdown, and we're on the Netflix side. This is question number 4. Who plays Count Olaf in the new series of Unfortunate Events Netflix series? Who plays Count Olaf?
What's his goddamn name?
You guys are both squinting in anticipation of an answer.
Wings.
Yes.
Neil Patrick
It
Harris.
is Neil Patrick Harris,
right.
and that's 1 for Lauren, that making it 4-2. Have you watched any of that?
I have. I watched the whole thing.
Oh, is it good?
It is. It's really good.
I saw season 2 and 3 picked up for that already. So that'll be good. I should watch it. I like the movie a lot, and I like Neil Patrick Harris. I was just over at the Magic Castle. You ever go there, Hollywood?
I haven't been.
It's a big landmark. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's like there's a lot of waiting around for like a little bit of magic because there's a lot of shows, but there's a lot of people, and there's only like 19 seats in certain theaters and stuff. But it was really cool. And shout out to Nick Dupuch, Dupuch. I think it's Nick Dupuch. He got us in there. Great comedian and magician, and thanks to Nick for getting us in. And what was I bringing this up for? What was the last question? What was I asking about? Neil Patrick Harris is on the wall there. And I said, is he a magician? And he goes, oh yeah, he's like a big time magician since he was a little boy or something. I had no idea. He's a big member there, or a member of the national something. I don't know.
He used to do tricks all the time on How I Met Your Mother. He would always have the.
I guess
I
I watched
pick up girls. He would like.
Yeah, I guess I watched a lot of it, but I thought it was just part of his character or something. Yeah. All right, this is number 5 for Chris Farley. Farley often talked about wanting to portray what 1920s actor in a dramatic movie. What 1920s actor? There's only a few big names from the 20s that would kind of fit Chris Farley. Who did he want to portray in a dramatic movie?
Wings.
Yes.
Jimmy Cagney.
Incorrect. Not a bad guess. Lauren, any guesses?
I have absolutely no idea, Mr. Buds.
Fatty Arbuckle. Fatty Arbuckle. I read a book called I, Fatty by this guy, Jerry Stahl, and it's a fictional account of his life, but like with a lot of real stuff in it. Great. Yeah. I highly recommend I, Fatty. If you want to learn more about Fatty Arbuckle, he had a crazy scandal where I'm not going to get into it. But something happened with a champagne bottle. Look it up. It's
really curious about whatever that is now.
It's very brutal. I like to tease things on the show. Yeah. Give people a little idea, and then they go find it out. Here is number 5 for Netflix. Narcos tells the story of who?
Wings.
Lauren.
Pablo Escobar.
That's right, and that is your 5th point. 5-2. Not a lot of steals going on here.
Smoked.
But we still have a lot of questions to go. Bill,
I know so much about the Steelers coming up.
No, I think this is what we're only doing.
Yeah, we only do the one topic.
Oh,
so we talk about why you're into those things, and then one of those things gets 10 questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is question number 6 for Chris Farley. Chris's brother Kevin appeared on what late 90s boy band spoof show on MTV? You both look
Wings.
Like, you know it?
Together.
Lauren? It was Together with the number 2, and that's 2
you
points
plus
for
me
Lauren.
equals us.
Yep.
I know my calculus. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
7-2. Bill, you had it on the tip of your tongue.
So embarrassed. Yeah, I'm so embarrassed.
I feel like you and your buddies maybe did some choreography to that when we come on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here is number 6. Lady Dynamite on Netflix is a series based around what comedian? Lady Dynamite. What comedian on Netflix? What do you think?
Wings. Mm-hmm. Sarah Silverman.
Great guess, but not correct. Not Sarah Silverman. Any guesses, Lauren? Lady Dynamite.
Wanda Sykes.
Another good guess. It was Maria Bamford. Bamford's show. I watched the pilot. It was awesome, and it's very different, and then I forgot to keep watching it. That's what I do with a lot of these shows. Wet Hot American Summer, when it came back, I was like, oh, yeah. And then I watched the first one and fell asleep or something, and then I just never continued it. So I have all these shows I need to go back and watch. But yeah, that is a good one. Maria Bamford, Lady Dynamite. Here comes number 7. On his famous SNL sketch where he would shyly interview celebrities, to which Beatle did he ask, do you remember when you were in the Beatles?
Wings. Paul McCartney.
It was Paul McCartney. Good job, Bill. That's your 3rd point. It is 7-3. Bill's making a slow climb back. Do you have a favorite Chris Farley SNL sketch we haven't talked about?
I do love the Chris Farley show, but the Matt Foley, the motivational speaker,
is great. Dives through the table.
Yeah.
So much fun. Everyone's cracking up. Here comes number 7 for Netflix. What show continued season 4 after a long hiatus in May of 2013? What show continued with a season 4? So they had the first 3 on a network, and then season 4 came back on Netflix.
Wings.
Yes.
Arrested Development.
It was Arrested Development, and that is the 8th point for Lauren. 8-3. I was on that. I was on it a couple episodes as an extra when I first moved here in 2012 when they were filming it, and there's a scene of me at a gay magic club, I think it is. I think it's with Job. Ben Stiller plays a gay magician, I think, and it's kind of like a sexy, dungeony kind of magic club. Yeah. And Job is pretending that Michael Cera is his boyfriend to get into the club or something, but Michael Cera doesn't know what's going on, and I'm dancing behind them in this scene. So I'll show you the picture. I'll post it in the show notes for this episode.
I actually did stunts on an episode of it. It wasn't really a stunt, but they needed stunt guys. Whenever they, when George and what's the cousin's name? The female cousin that he's in love with.
I
when they accidentally get married at the
Yeah.
old folks home.
Yeah.
And they're putting them up on the chair.
Yeah. You were one of the
I was
guys.
one of the people holding the chair.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Lauren, you ever do any like extra work on anything?
No, I have not.
Very good. Here comes number 8 for Chris Farley, who starred with Farley in his first posthumously. Is that how you say that word?
Posthumously?
What is it?
Posthumously?
Posthumously? That's how you say that?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Posthumously.
Yeah.
That's a terrible word. His first, that movie, Almost Heroes, who starred with Chris Farley in the movie Almost Heroes.
Wings.
Yes.
Matthew Perry.
It was Matthew Perry, and that is your 4th point. It is 8 points to 4. Bill can still jump back. Here comes number 8. Chelsea is a talk show hosted by Chelsea Handler with new episodes airing what night of the week?
Wings.
Yes.
Thursday?
Incorrect. Lauren.
Let's go with Friday.
It is Friday. Well done. It is 9
Had
points for
a
Lauren.
1-6 shot right there.
I saw a billboard right by the Magic Castle for the new Chelsea. It's a new episode's Friday. That's how it popped in my head. Here comes number 9 for Chris Farley. What year did Farley pass away?
Wait,
Wings.
I'm going to say Lauren.
95.
Incorrect. Bill.
97.
It was 97.
Ooh.
5th point, 9-5. My favorite Dolly Parton song. This is number 9 for Netflix. Mr. Peabody is a smart dog who travels with a companion in a Netflix animated series. What is his companion's name?
Wings.
Lauren.
Sherman.
It is Sherman. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, 10-5. Lauren's still winning by
Binge
5.
watch.
Yeah.
You watched that cartoon?
No, but I just watched.
All right, number 10. This is the last Chris Farley question. What is Richard's response to Tommy in Tommy Boy when Tommy asks, does this suit make me look fat?
Wings.
Bill.
No, your face does.
No, your face does. Word for word. Your 6th point. Good job, Bill. One of my favorites when I was reading quotes from Tommy Boy. Here comes number 10 for Netflix. Who plays Kimmy Schmidt on The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
What's her name?
Oh man, I
Who
can
plays
never remember
Kimmy? I
her
see her
name.
face.
I know.
Last
Ginger
Netflix
girl.
question from The Office.
I recently looked this up too. I cannot remember her name.
I'll give you guys the initials. EK. Does that help?
Aaron something?
No. Any guesses? Ellie Kemper is her name. Ellie Kemper. So no points there. It's 10-6. Bill, you can still definitely win this thing. And we're going to move on right now. What did you think of the first 10 questions? Pretty good?
Great.
First 20
Yeah, I
questions,
learned some
actually.
stuff,
You
actually.
I
learned
did.
some
I-
stuff. Very good. Well, all that I made up. So don't go spreading the word. No. Here we go.
news with
This
Buds.
is Fake News with Buds. It's a spin-off podcast. This is round number 2. This is called the combo question. Okay, so for the combo question, we are going to combine both topics of Netflix and Chris Farley. If you get this right, you get 2 points, and you can both buzz in. It's just one question. For 2 points, how many Chris Farley streaming titles are currently on Netflix?
Wings.
Yes.
8.
8. Bill.
5.
Incorrect. 0. There's not one Chris
Wow, that's
Farley
surprising.
anything. I
Really?
searched it on 3 different sites. I was like, there's got to be. I'm like, isn't Black Sheep? I just saw it on
I feel like
there.
Tommy Boy was on there for a long time.
I think it was, but currently, if you
There's
search him
not.
on Instant Watcher or the Netflix app, nothing for Chris Farley.
Get your shit together, Netflix.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Netflix, bring him back. Let's do it. So yeah, I thought maybe somehow you would maybe be like, you know what, I've been looking lately, and there's nothing. But
I just
you know,
have everything, so I
you
don't need
just own
Netflix for it.
You don't even need Netflix. All right, this is round number 3. This is called Categories with Buds.
Categories with Buds.
So now we're just going to go around in a circle, and we're going to name something from a category that's totally random. The category for today has nothing to do with Chris Farley or Netflix. It's just things that are white. Okay, so it would be things that are traditionally white. So you can't be like my car, because that a car could be any color. But things that were like are always white.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to kick it off, and I'll play with you guys. Last person standing gets 3 points for their team and for their individual team, and the winner will get a prize. And second place also gets a prize. So I'll kick it off. I'm going to say whiteout is always white. Lauren, what do you got?
Clouds.
Clouds are white. Bill,
Eggs.
eggs are white. I'm going to say picket fence. White picket fence.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Wedding dresses.
Q-tips.
Wedding cake.
Wedding cake. Anything, Bill? Still thinking it over? Take a sip of your super fruit juice there, maybe? Your big smoothie.
Milk.
God
Milk.
damn it! That's what I was just thinking when you said take a sip. I
milk.
was like,
Milk is white. I'm going to say a ream of paper for a printer. Anything, Lauren?
This is where I start blanking out.
Looking around the room.
Be like, what do I?
There's so many white
Light bulbs.
Light bulbs, I would say, are white, especially old school light bulbs. Not the hip new Silver Lake light bulbs you find in a lot of bars. What do you got?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is white. I'm going to say, I just had one. What happened to it? Cotton.
Teeth. Hopefully. Or white for people.
Yeah.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Bones, like people's bones.
Ooh. Styrofoam.
Styrofoam's white.
Good one. Sour cream.
Sour cream is white. I'm going to say sperm. Sperm's white.
If you're doing it right.
No, you need to go to a doctor immediately.
Is that the bumper sticker in the back of your car? Sperm's white if you're doing it right? Yeah. I thought I saw that somewhere before.
Daisies.
Daisies are white. I got a great answer. You're going to love my next one. Any more, Bill?
What's yours, though?
People in this room.
Hey!
Yeah. 3 white people.
Very white.
All right, so Bill's out. Lauren, you got anything? I can't think of anything else.
I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, I guess I'm the last person standing. I'm going to award those points to Bill. So he's got 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 10. It was a 1-point game.
Tight.
Bill lost
Late
by
rush.
1 point. How'd you guys feel about the podcast?
It was
today?
fun.
Great.
Pretty
It's really
fun.
fun.
You didn't have to go anywhere. Right in your office here.
great.
Very good. Thank you so much for doing it. I have some prizes for you. Let me see what I got here. For first place, second place, Bill. Second place, I have a Valentine for you. You can give a nice lady. Okay, here we go. This is a Valentine. It says on the outside, it says precious. And on the inside, it says it has a Valentine's Day. It does this whenever it's told. And it's Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
It's very fitting.
Perfect. And your name is Bill. So that's for you. Second place.
This right on my desk here.
Give that
Thank
to
you,
a nice
Buzz.
gal on Tinder. All right. And Lauren, I know you like hanging stuff up, and you have a headshot of our supervisor over there, Jessica Rose. And I thought, why not add a headshot for me?
Yes.
In 2010, this is a shirt from Kohl's, and I have 40 of these in my trunk I found. So that is for you.
I will hang it up right next to
Very
my
good.
other gems.
Well done. Anything you guys want to plug? What should people watch season 9 of Ridic airing right now?
Yes.
And season 10's taping soon and airing probably this summer. Any other fun projects you got going on, Bill? Bill's a stuntman. If you need a stuntman for your indie project or your movie, he'll come over and throw somebody up on a chair.
If you want to see some semi-gripping softball, you can come Monday nights to
Ridiculous Scorpions.
Burbank.
Love it. Like 1 game left? 2 games left?
2 games left.
2 games left. Very good. Thank you guys so much for being on the show, and I'll see you at work.
All right. Thanks, buds.
Thanks, buds.
Bye. Boom, another one in the books. They call that the, I was going to say the Roman numeral for 40. Is that L? I think it's L. Who knows? But that's episode 40 of the show. Very good battle between Bill and Lauren. They were really good sports. We recorded that in their office on a lunch break at work. So that's what's cool when you work in a fun spot and you have fun coworkers. And we'll have a bunch of other people from Super Jacket Productions on the show very, very soon. This is the time in the episode where we do a thing called the listener quiz. That's where you get to play along at home. And like I said, in the mini episodes we have coming out, it'll be a whole quiz. The whole episode will be just pretty much a straight quiz without any of the banter and long intros and things like that. So get ready for that. But until then, we have 3 random questions for you. So here is your first question. Who was the star of the movie The Cable Guy, along with Jim Carrey? Who was the person that starred in The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, the other main star of that movie? Question number 2. What color slippers does Dorothy wear in The Wizard of Oz? Nice, easy question for you. What color slippers does Dorothy wear in the famous movie from the late 30s, I think, The Wizard of Oz? What color slippers? And question number 3. What is the capital of Canada? What is the capital of the country of Canada? Send me the answers to those questions in an email, ryanbuds@gmail.com, ryan@ryanbuds.com. You can find me on Ryan Buds, pretty much all social media, or Trivia with Buds on Facebook. I'll enter all the people who got those questions right into a raffle, and we will give away an amazing prize. This week's prize is one of my brand new sponsors, Oops Tees. It's kind of like Oopsies, and they're a t-shirt company from Elgin or Elmhurst or Elk Grove Village, I believe. Elk Grove Village, Illinois. My good friend Stephen Long, who makes all my t-shirts that I sell after comedy shows, he has this great concept where it's like a shirt that is wrong on purpose. So I'm wearing one right now, and it says Star Trek, but it's written in the Star Wars font. So when nerds look at it, they're like, that's wrong. And then it just kind of is like a fun conversation starter. And I love them. And he gave me one of every of their shirts. So I'll be rocking these. I got like a brand new wardrobe over from Oops Tees, and you can too. Check out Oops Tees on Facebook, on Instagram, all that good stuff. They did a big Kickstarter, I think about a year ago, and they have like 8 different shirts right now, and they have about 200 ideas in the chamber. So check out Oops Tees and tell them Buds sent you. There's a promo code with my name, Buds. I don't think it's set up yet, but it will be set up very soon. But if you like something on that site, send them a message, tell them you know me, and I'm sure they'll give you a little discount and a little love from old RB. Oops Tees, the sponsor of this podcast. Thanks so much for listening to the show today. If you want to see where I'm at, triviawithbuds.com. And thanks for spreading the word about this show. Please rate, review, and subscribe. All that stuff helps me get more ears on the show. And keep leaving me those voicemails. I really, really appreciate those. Those are awesome, and I'm going to play more and more in the show intros as weeks go on. If you want to leave me a voicemail at 424-265-1212. That's the Trivia with Buds hotline. Leave me a voicemail with a question, and I'll play it on the show. 424-265-1212. As always, thank you again, and leave me a Yelp review. If you come to a live event, leave me an iTunes or podcast or Stitcher review or wherever you can do that on your mobile device, and that helps as well. We'll see you next time with an amazing May episode 41 of the Trivia with Buds podcast. Bye-bye.